get my mind
You gotta
fucked.
pick and choose most of it, right?
I was just gonna go down the list. I mean, I'll just go down the list if we.
Yeah, I tried to separate it like to keep it similar-ish. At least the Marvel and the DC stuff from SDCC. I tried to keep it grouped a little bit so it wasn't all over the place. But I don't know if you want to like break that up into different segments or what you want to do. But you are the host. You are. Oh, we're live, by the way. Now we're live.
Okay.
Previews.
Previews. All right. Let me just get. All right. Ready to go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm doing
Is this SPR 17? This is what we're on.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me verify that that's actually true.
Yes, it is.
I'm almost positive.
That's what the note says, but I just want to make sure that that is correct.
Yeah, that's what the old note had said. So, whoa, my fucking app is going nuts. Oh, whoa, settle down.
Whoa, beta. Oh, I get echo now.
Right?
It's 17.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 17 of Same Person Radio. We have been gone for quite a while due to various circumstances. I was actually just going to blame Justin, but I will.
It's summer. Just my wife said, it's summer. Shit happens. Yeah. You get busy.
Well,
it's nice out.
She's off school, so she can say that.
Yeah.
So various situations, going on. We'll go over some of those, I think, really quickly. I am one of your hosts, Steven, alongside Justin.
Yo.
Brandon.
Hello.
And Anthony.
Jesus, we ain't shit.
True.
Wrong podcast, honey.
You gonna hit me with the government name. God, I want people to know who I am.
Damn.
Who's Anthony? Who's the new member?
Who's the new member? For anybody who doesn't know that Tony's short for Anthony, that's Tony.
I was gonna say, if you don't know that, then mind blown.
Right, mind blown. But thank you for listening. So, quick mention: if you are listening to the audio version, please help us by reviewing us on iTunes or whatever podcast service you are looking for. We appreciate it and apologize for being MIA for the past few weeks, but we'll be back. We're back on schedule, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. So we might get some Might have multicast in here. We'll definitely have some NFL ones coming up soon. What else? Game of Thrones, we might do some reviews on that, depending on if Tony can stay awake or not. Make it a bit early.
I need it for the first day back at work. I need to be
true
energized.
The first day back at work. So Brandon and Tony have been on vacation for the past week, which is one reason that we have been out of commission. The last one, I don't even know if it's up, is SPR 16, where we did our Jeopardy 2.
It's up.
It is up, okay. So that was where Justin and Melissa and their baby Phoenix came to visit me, stay with me for vacation. Obviously, Brandon and Tony are close to me as well, so kind of hang out there. But other than that, like, I'm building a deck currently. Justin dove headfirst into comics with no helmet on, and it's been very busy and slacking on his production duties.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
Right. So
it's just since we've gotten home from vacation, I don't know why we've just been like super busy, like real busy. I don't know what we're even doing or what's going on, but like it's not even like I'm just reading or playing games. Like literally, like we go places, we've been doing things, and it's like, wait, who are we?
Right. It's like one day you're like, yep, having dinner with my grandma. I can't do a podcast.
Right.
Like, oh, okay.
We're at IKEA. Sorry, can't do the podcast.
Right. Oh, sorry, we're going to the comic book store again.
We went back again today. Because I realized after I got home, I was like, shit, I was supposed to get one of those. And then like I called all of them and I was like, son of a bitch. So I had to go back. But we had to go out that way anyways to grab some shelves that we need for the garage.
Gotcha.
The struggle is real. It is real.
Let's roll.
From IKEA? Did you go to IKEA?
No, we just went to the one Target out there. It's like a super Target or some shit.
Super Target.
Super Target.
So, everybody's good. Anybody got anything to say before we start on our?
Tony and shit.
Damn. All right. That's a good start.
Somebody's getting the door kicked in tonight.
That door. Put it like a dresser in front of it because he comes through.
Surprise, Tony.
No lock is safe for me.
God. So this episode, since we missed the past few, is going to be basically a news-centric episode. Go over some of the big news topics in the nerdy pop culture, games, movies, things like that, which we normally talk about anyway. Just talk about them, and next week we might have a theme, I think, for comic books is what we're going to look for. So if anybody's interested in that. All right, let's just go down the list. So first news topic. So Pokemon Go, the mobile game that you can catch Pokemon walking around. They had a festival in Chicago, and it was a complete disaster. This is, I think, last week or a week and a half ago. But basically, people were flying in from all around the world to come to this thing because there's now legendary Pokemon that you could catch. And it was just, a big festival they had going on. Well, basically, the servers crashed, and they weren't prepared with the service providers for all of those people. So they gave refunds plus $100 in-game currency, which really, cool story, bro. And then some fans are suing for travel expenses. Some people flew from like Japan and like China, like all around the world. So how would you guys feel if you spent thousands of dollars on hotel, flight, all this stuff, and then you get there and it doesn't work?
Well, first of all, I ain't traveling all that way just for Pokemon Go. First of
right.
all.
It's a goddamn game phone app. But still, I'd be pretty pissed, not gonna lie.
Now, unless I got to go there and hug Ben Affleck in a Batman costume and Michael Keaton in a Batman costume, then no, I ain't.
Why would they be Batman?
Right, why would they be Batman costumes in Pokemon Go?
I don't care.
Just like,
that is the only thing that can go anywhere.
Okay, so
want to go to a football game? Is Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck in Batman costume there?
What if you hugged Ben Affleck and he whispered in your ear, "I'm not Batman anymore"?
Well, that's last year's Ben Affleck. God damn you.
Although I guess it wasn't that big of a deal because didn't they have like their most successful day like last week or something?
Yeah, I think so. Because they like extended the rewards and did a bunch of stuff. So
yeah, and then it was like the actual release of the legendaries or something like that, and it was the most successful monetary like day they've ever had or something like that. So I guess it didn't piss off that many people.
Well, I guess once it finally started working is when people were actually starting to spend their money on balls and incense and whatever else you can buy.
Yeah.
And the thing is too is like unless you were there, it really didn't affect you too much.
Right.
Like if you weren't there, because really the one thing was like I remember I was like just reading on Twitter and following it, like people were talking that it was just like the lines were like you were sitting in lines for like hours, and they were like they said supposedly like, oh, you can catch Pokemon even when you're waiting in line, and that wasn't the case. But then they eventually fixed that and extended like the thing, like but just put it out like 2 miles out every direction or some shit like that. So it's like
Wait, question. Wait, there were lines to get into like a. So wait, it was like in an open area, right?
It was in a park.
Yeah, it was Grant Park. It's like yeah.
So wait, there was a line to get into a park when
they had like
did they have it? They had it fenced. Okay,
because they were going to be the first people to ever catch a legendary Pokemon. Like there was going to be, I think there was the Grant Park gym or whatever raid or whatever was going to have the first one, and only people in that gym could take part. Well.
Okay.
Since all that shit, because like literally, like the freaking Twitch stream was going, and like literally as soon as it popped up live, all of a sudden the fans would realize it was that were like inside, and they're like, "Fix the game, fix the," like throwing shit on stage.
Yeah, they were like, they booed the game's CEO. Like the CEO came out to like explain a little everything, and they just booed the shit out of him.
Like fuck you.
As they're still playing the game.
Right now. No, they couldn't because it wasn't working. Yeah. So don't spend thousands of dollars to go somewhere for something like that. Pro tip.
What is the park in like red and blue where you can only throw like stones?
Safari Zone.
Oh yeah, that's what they should have called it, right?
True.
Chicago just changed the name of it. the Safari Zone now.
Right.
You can get a Scyther and a Pinsir.
That's racist.
And if I don't sound that excited about Pokemon Go, that's because Pokemon was the bane of my drive to North Carolina and drive back from North Carolina.
All right, now we got to hear.
Now we got to hear about.
Right.
It's not even. I mean, I just like played. I finished Pokemon Sun.
And
like
I had to listen
to
it
and from.
It wasn't listen to like every once in a while I hear the music. I just remember the one song you played, Brandon, where you hear the bass. It was like,
oh yeah. Well, I turned that up on purpose. It was like, oh.
And I just every once in a while I hear, God damn it, oh shit.
Yeah, the end of the game really pissed me off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because like there's the continuous cutscene, and it doesn't let you save
or
until you fight the guy, and then like I kill him because I didn't have a Master Ball, and I used up all my Ultra Balls.
Do you want a refund, Brandon? Do you want your refund?
Yes, I want my refund, $100, and my trip fee.
All right, I'm gonna skip my mindfuck of the week just because we have a ton of shit to talk about. We'll save for next week. So Xbox.
My mind's blown.
Your mind is blown.
Steven's skipping his mindfuck. That's a mindfuck.
His own mindfuck. The one I had is actually not even about Elon Musk either, so that's a mindfuck in itself. Right. So Microsoft has come out and said that the Xbox One will start soon have a gifting system. So basically, you can I'm like, oh, what can I get Justin for Christmas? Let me buy him this game, and I can do it online digitally, and then gift it to him like on Xbox Live.
You'd be like, bullshit, he ain't getting Madden. Got it, man.
You're hot Madden before that.
I am. I will. I've given it. I'm like, I do this every year. Last 2 years, I've really like, nope, not getting it. And then literally like the week comes out, I gotta get Madden. And then it gets Madden.
Pretty much. Yeah. So what do you guy think on the gifting system?
It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not probably going to be gifting anybody anything.
Bam! Savage.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, is it just like, what does it can pertain to? Just games or like
there hasn't been
anything?
any information, but I mean, games. I would assume like DLC or maybe even like I don't know. Here's a Minecraft skin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's like, if it'd be cool if you could be like games, or like even like Xbox Live, or like even currency. That'd be cool. Like, oh, you can anything that you could get, but I don't know if I don't think you really can buy current. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah,
actually.
like in like NBA. You mean like actual currency, like
yeah, like actual currency used in the store. Like, here's a $20 gift card for Xbox store. Like,
well, potentially. I mean,
it's kind of sound like it was mostly like games. Like, oh, hey, check out this game. I bought it for you.
Could you do DLC also? Because that'd be kind of cool. Like
cool,
for like a fighting game. Like, oh, I'm gonna give this DLC fighter to Steven. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so I could whoop your ass.
I just want to point something out real quick for people not watching the video version. Steven's playing with a fidget spinner. It's distracting me.
Sorry. Captain America fidget spinner all day. Helps keep me focused.
I saw it. I was like, it's the spinner.
It's the
they have a Batman one at the comic store. And I was like, resist. Just resist.
You should have just thrown it on the counter and then looked at Melissa, and she would have gave you a scolded look, and then you'd been like, "It's already on the counter."
Like it's with the I don't what.
I can't put it back. They won't let me put it back.
If I put it back, then that's gonna be a bad look for me.
Oh, good God. All right, let's. Well, you got something else?
I'm gonna say, well, now you guys know how you can get me to play Destiny 2.
I ain't buying you shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
Hey, just $20 per person.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, they got that a splitting system too.
Right.
All
right, let's keep on video games here. So, Kingdom Hearts 3, a very popular title coming up, coming out, is going to be released or gets a release year of 2018. So that means Justin has to eat an entire tube of toothpaste
Yeah.
I like how in the note, Justin, you said probably won't actually come out till 2020.
Wait, were you talking about something? I didn't actually hear it.
Oh, true.
I was over here I was just gazing at the sunset out the window. So.
Oh, okay. That's kind of gay. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, 2018. Not
Dude, you had it right the first time.
Yeah. Brandon, you're probably the most excited for this, I feel like.
Yep. I mean, I was hoping they would announce this at E3, but this is just as good. Now that I know it's not that far off.
Yeah, they say next year.
I'm still expecting it probably like late 2018, probably like Christmas or something like that. But it's still pretty exciting. The first two are definitely like some of my favorite games, so I cannot wait.
I'm just hoping they remaster I don't think they will, but the first two for Xbox, because I think they said this is going to be on Xbox as well. So I would kind of hope that
the HD ones aren't on Xbox too. It's just
none of them are. Just
Yeah,
the third one's like they announced like the third one's coming, but it's kind of like a PlayStation marketing kind of deal still. But like the first two aren't on Xbox in any way, shape, or form, as far as I know at least. So those that have probably replayed them by now.
Yeah, I think maybe there's like the 2.8s and shit. Maybe
2.5 and 3/6.
I saw that Toy Story was going to be in it. That was like one of their things.
Oh yeah,
did you actually see it?
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
It looks just like the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
The funny part for me is like I'm watching it in the I don't know, is there an English version of the trailer? Because all I saw was the Japanese version. I'm
No,
like,
there is no.
this doesn't seem right. Something seems wrong.
When did Tom Hanks learn Japanese?
Right.
And I'm like, that's not what Woody sounds like.
So what a Buzz Lightyear.
He's like, partner. The wonton soup.
I guess all those toys really were made in Japan.
That's true. None of it was made in China. That's true. That's true. Taiwan.
And
yeah. Something else.
No, I said in Toy Story 3, remember they messed Buzz Lightyear up and he speaks another language. Is it Spanish?
He speaks Spanish.
It's
Yeah.
Spanish. Okay.
Yeah, they reset him and he starts speaking Spanish.
Okay.
That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hope it would come out like earlier than 2020, but it's one of those things where it's just like I didn't think it would. I still think it'll get delayed again. I don't think till 2020. I think it'll be like a spring 2019 title.
That sounds about right.
They say they did the same thing with Final Fantasy, and then that got delayed again. So
yeah, I might have missed this while I was adjusting my lights. But did you guys like say anything about wondering if it's actually going to be Tom Hanks and what's his name? Okay, I wonder if that'll actually.
I don't know. Would Disney do that? Like, would Disney allow their characters to be revoiced like that?
I don't know, because I'm trying to think about the old other games, and I can't. Like, I don't know if Tarzan was and like Hercules were voiced by the same people.
Was Robin Williams the genie? Did they? I can't remember. Was he the genie? They had him do the genie voice.
My guess is that they'll probably. I don't know for sure if they were in the past games, but maybe they'll just get like voice actors that sound like really close type thing.
Yeah.
I feel like for Toy Story, you have to get both.
Well, that's the thing.
Right.
Like, I didn't see an English. I only saw the Japanese one, so I was just like, what is actually going on right now?
So, apparently in Kingdom Hearts 2, Dan Castellaneta, isn't it the guy from The Simpsons?
Yes.
So he actually voiced the genie. And at least in Kingdom Hearts 2. Did you guys know that Haley Joel Osment voiced Sora?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Hayden Panettiere, or however pronounce your name, is Riku, or not Riku.
And David Boreanaz was the other guy. I can't remember his name. Now.
Yeah, the main villain. Well, the young version of him.
Yeah.
I think.
In 2?
No, what is his friend?
Wait, who was he?
Wasn't David Boreanaz one of his friends? Because it was a girl and a guy. Friend he had, right?
Yeah, there's like long white hair.
Yeah.
You sure? I thought that was a younger guy.
So David Gallagher voiced Riku in number 2.
Yeah.
Right. So Brittany Snow was in that. She voiced Namine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Mina Suvari was in that too. Look at that.
My one question is like, so now that they did Toy Story, I wonder if they're doing other Pixar stuff like Incredibles or
That'd be pretty cool.
anything else.
That would be pretty cool.
Monsters Inc. would mean kind of cool.
I feel like they have some stuff that we just haven't seen yet. Like I feel like there's probably a lot.
Yeah, I mean we've only seen we've only actually seen 2 worlds, right? With Hercules and Toy Story.
And they say they're doing Big Hero 6 also in there.
Oh, really?
That's actually would be pretty cool.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty sure they confirmed.
Well, all right. So
how's that for discussion, Mark?
Yeah, Mark. What Mark thinks we don't discuss stuff?
He's like bitching. He's just like, you guys don't discuss stuff. Yes, we do.
Hey, Mark.
Well, I got something to discuss.
Constructive criticism taken.
Yeah, Mark. Damn.
That was a podcast to be 4 hours long.
Here's one, Mark. Happy now? Nintendo filed a trademark to suggest that an N64 Classic is coming. Also, Walmart messed up their SNES Classic pre-orders and canceled everyone's because there was a glitch in the system, which is kind of shitty.
So was glitch meant to be put in parentheses? Like it was actually something else and not a glitch?
Go ahead, Justin.
That's every article I read kind of made it seem like that was kind of a bullshit excuse. I don't know why. They didn't like really give reason why, but they also put it in quotations.
Oh, okay.
Like, that happened. Like what I'm guessing is like people were bitching because they probably tried to get in, couldn't get one. And then like people were like, what the hell? I went out, and Walmart was probably like, holy shit, we need to figure this out a different way, and just canceled everything. And then just
I feel like they weren't supposed to be up though.
Yeah, they jumped the gun.
I would say that felt kind of
right. I don't feel like it was a glitch. I feel like they jumped the gun and turned that switch on to make it available. Is what happened.
Switch.
So that N64 Classic though, what do you?
It depends on the games it has.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to, because like Tony was saying, like it's got to have like one of the wrestling games. Like probably No Mercy would probably be the best one to do, but I feel like it has to have. I mean, it probably won't though. I feel like
it would have to have Golden Gun.
Yeah,
or GoldenEye. I mean, sorry, GoldenEye. Golden Gun.
Golden Gun.
So they have to have GoldenEye.
Has that been released anywhere since like the N64? Like
GoldenEye? There a GameCube version?
Remaster on like 360 or something.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like a complete like remasters. It was, but it didn't really get good reviews because people were like, this isn't the same.
Yeah.
Also, have you played GoldenEye since your childhood? It is really fucking rough. It is real rough.
It is
like
real
the controls, you're just like, what the fuck? How did I play this back then? I don't even know.
What else would have to be on there? I mean, it'd have to have obviously Super Mario 64,
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. You think Star Fox? You think Mario Party would be on there?
Yeah, they should.
You mean like even like Mario Tennis, Mario Golf?
Yeah,
Super Smash Brothers.
Legend of Zelda, Ocarina.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or Donkey Kong 64, you mean?
Yeah.
Could they put Banjo-Kazooie on that? Even though it's part of Rare?
Probably get Microsoft's
approval.
And I kind of feel like Microsoft lately has been kind of doing things like that to be like, we're gamer-centric. After the whole, like, oh, you don't like the Xbox One? Then get an Xbox 360 ordeal when it launched.
Right. Well, Microsoft's been willing to work with Nintendo. I feel like that's been
well, they're both Rocket League's playable on both,
right? So it's like
with each other. So
right.
Has Ocarina of Time been available anywhere else besides?
No.
I mean, they've done like the virtual console.
I
think for like 3DS. Yeah,
that was probably my favorite Zelda game. Was Ocarina.
They could also do Majora's Mask because everyone likes that one.
Was that on 64?
That was on 64. That was with the expansion pack.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I never played it because I never had one.
Makes sense.
Perfect Dark. Maybe another good one.
I love Perfect Dark. It scared the shit out of me.
There is a remaster of that on Xbox, and it's actually
that I do have. Yeah, the Rare Replay.
Yep.
I bought the Rare Replay and I got that. Razor Scooter. That'd be a fun game. I have that.
The Razor Scooter. Throw that one out there.
Bomberman 64.
That'd actually be great.
Oh, that's actually a fun game.
I was trying to think of the random game that I had.
Trying to think, Kirby.
Ooh.
Yeah, Kirby. Yeah.
Oh, Super Smash Brothers. What are we even
Oh,
thinking?
yeah, there's a
Tony mentioned it.
Oh shit, I am listening.
It's racist.
All right, I'm out.
Tony said, damn, turn the light off.
Where'd Tony go?
That's racist.
Somebody shot some light at that man.
Good God. Speaking of racist and black people, Will Smith was cast as the genie.
You know what's
Is
funny
that
about
racist?
that note? Originally it said, and Hugh Jackman is playing Scar, and that ended up being not true.
Right.
Yeah.
Jumped
Will
the gun on
Smith-
that one.
Will Smith is definitely playing the genie,
Yes.
but Hugh Jackman
Right.
is not playing Scar.
I can't wait to get that Will Smith rap song. I can't wait. We didn't get one for Suicide
God.
Squad, but we're gonna get one for.
Right?
Oh God.
Yeah. Any thoughts? No thoughts?
I
on
don't know. Like he's definitely got the boisterous like capabilities, but I feel like he doesn't have the speed that that Williams had. Like I don't know.
I feel like he could.
Does that make sense at all?
Yeah.
You could see him as like a kind of like out there character, but you don't think he has the same like cadence.
Right.
as,
Like
Robin
yeah.
Williams.
Like I can't see him as like a cartoon character.
Well, he
Like-
won't be.
Well,
Bam.
shut up.
That's actually kind of interesting because the one thing I always keep seeing about Lion King is like it's not live action. So I'm kind of curious. Like,
Wait, it's not. I thought it was live action.
Well, see, here's the thing. There's
Like,
no.
it's like
there's
it's
no-
like Jungle
not
Book.
really.
there's no.
There's-
It's gonna all be CGI animals from what we no, I mean, no one's actually said.
There's
but
no humans in Lion King, whereas the Jungle Book had a human character.
as a
So
DVD.
that's why
Oh,
Lion King was assumed. Yeah, that's why Jungle Book was called live action, is because there was an actual human actor in the movie, whereas Lion King there's not.
So basically, it's Jungle Book and Beauty and the Beast minus people, like the humans.
Right. It'll still be like in
Right.
like a real world setting, but they'll have like realistic CGI, obviously, like just like
I'm
Jungle
actually-
Book, but it's just no Mowgli.
Yeah, I'm actually a little worried about how Genie's gonna look in CGI. Like, I feel like he's gonna end up looking kind of creepy.
So
Or
do you
maybe
think?
a little bit
Will Smith?
Well, here's the thing: are they going to make it look like the movie, like the original movie, like kind of a
Mhm.
like a ghostly, figure,
Does that
or
no,
is
like-
it going to be like Kazam, where Will Smith just comes out of the
yeah,
and it's
Oh
Will
my
Smith-
God!
and
Oh,
it's
in
Will
blue.
Smith.
In
Yeah.
blue. He's like blue.
yeah,
man.
red and blue, yeah.
Blue Smith.
Right. Blue Smith.
Blue Smith.
So
Oh, man.
I think Will Smith will do a good job. No, nobody can replace Robin Williams.
I mean,
but
they made a fish look like Will Smith, so they can probably make the
True.
Genie look like him.
It's racist.
they made a fish look like Angelina Jolie too. But what else?
So
True.
They gave her giant lips.
So
He has
Brandon.
giant lips.
So
Yeah.
Brandon. You
Get them
saying
DSLs.
Will Smith's gonna be getting Genie with it?
God
Get the
damn it!
fuck out of here.
Don't give them ideas.
I'm plugging
Yeah, he's
it in.
out. He go.
No, but I don't know. It's just I think what it's gonna have to be is people are gonna have to accept it's not gonna be the Robin Williams Genie. It's gonna be Will Smith Genie. Like it's not gonna be the same character. It's
Yeah.
gonna be different. There's no way he could do Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah.
I feel like. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I think he'll be fine because, like,
Yeah.
I think when I'm trying to think of somebody like Robin Williams, I feel like Will Smith is like kind of the last of that kind of person.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm trying to think of like that kind of like charismatic like actor from back then. And, like, I can't think. I'm like, I can't think of anybody who's kind of has that much charisma.
When they first announced that Aladdin was going to become live action,
Mhm.
I honestly thought to myself, I was like, man, they can't have Robin Williams. I was like, so what are they going to do? My first thought was, I think Will Smith should do it. I honestly thought that. Yeah, as soon as I heard that Aladdin's coming, I was like, who would I think could be funny enough and like you said, Tony, charismatic to pull off that part? And Will Smith was the first person I thought of. It was actually really the only person I thought of at the time.
I have a feeling this character is going to be kind of similar to that movie with Kevin Smith that he plays. What the hell is that movie? Not Kevin Smith.
Racist.
Oh my God! Why can't I?
Wait, who's the
Bro, Will Smith plays with them?
Martin Lawrence?
It's where he helps.
Bad boy.
It's where he helps that that guy like go on a date or like get the
Hitch?
girl. And
Fish.
Hitch, yes.
Fish movie.
Yeah,
There's
I have a feeling he's gonna play that kind of character.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
Since
which
it's
is
kind of
fine.
like what the genie, kind of in a way, like Genie's kind of like a wingman, anyways.
Yeah.
So speaking of Will Smith getting the genie, and speaking of Aladdin, did you guys see who they cast as Jasmine and Aladdin?
I did see the. I didn't see Jasmine. I saw Aladdin though.
So Jasmine is the girl who played the Pink Power Ranger in the new Power Rangers movie.
Yes.
I am stumped at her name right now. But she is the Jasmine. And then Aladdin, they hired a guy, an actual Indian guy. And people were, at first, they're like, they couldn't figure out who Aladdin was going to be. And so we were like, there's an entire country of singing Indian people.
Yeah.
Pick one. Like,
But then other people were like, they're like, Aladdin's from Saudi Arabia, not India, you dumb fucks.
Like,
it's not.
At least it's not fucking like a white guy. It's not like I don't even Brad Pitt is Aladdin.
Zac Efron.
Right.
The last Aladdin.
Right. Naomi Scott is the name of the girl who plays Pink Ranger, and Aladdin's name is Mina Masood.
He's an unknown person, right?
Right. He's pretty unknown. And I think that he does a lot of stuff on Instagram. He's like an Instagram model, from one thing I read. But I mean, if he can sing and pull it off, I don't know if it's even supposed to be a singing thing, but I feel like it has to be.
You gotta do a little bit, yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Did they say who's Jafar?
Not yet. I'm also kind of curious as to who that's going to be.
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons.
I was about to say it's kind of weird that because they have James Earl Jones as Mufasa, right?
They should bring
Why
back
did they just
Jeremy
have
Irons' scar. They so much should have done that.
Yeah, it's not like he's alive
Right.
and he's
Well, I actually think they should have brought the whole fucking cast back, but that's just me.
I don't think Donald Glover will be bad as.
No, Donald Glover's
that one I think is okay. And
I
I like
remember
Billy Eichner too.
Who plays
Seth Rogen's the one I'm talking about.
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He plays the adult Simba, and then Jonathan Taylor Thomas voiced the kid Simba.
Right.
So
JTT.
JT2. You know me. Went down into good God. A new trailer for It came out recently. I know Brandon's excited.
It did. It was pretty awesome.
We all flow down here.
I didn't watch it as many times as the first one, but it was still pretty good. They didn't add too much to it, but
no, I'm still scared shitless. I don't know if I want to watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Mainly because I won't go see it. So it's not. I'm not really a big horror guy. Or
You're
horror.
You're not a horror guy?
Horror.
Horror.
Not anymore, at least.
Oh, but in your previous life.
In my previous life, I was
definitely a horror. Good guy. All right, let's move on to Marvel news. So San Diego Comic-Con was last week, and obviously tons of stuff comes out from that. First thing Justin has on our list is Infinity War's hype in all capital letters. Hype train! I'm kind of waiting. I'm hoping. Did you watch the trailer that leaked, Justin?
I did.
I did as well.
Did you do it? Damn! Fuck off.
Okay. So if you've made it this long, I would just wait because it's probably.
I am definitely waiting.
Because I don't even know what version you'd be able to find because there's like one version where it was like half cut off, and I was like,
yeah,
God damn it, I didn't want to I wish I was waiting.
Yeah, they were clearly trying to hide their camera, and they got it at an angle.
Hey, who got that camera?
Heads in the way.
Yeah.
And then people keep cheering while people like the characters are trying to talk are talking during the trailer, and then people are cheering. I'm like, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to hear.
You're like, Peter Parker shows up. There's like, oh my God! You know he's in the movie. Settle the fuck down.
Right.
Shut up.
Why are you hating on the hype? Let them be hyped there.
No, if I was there, I'd be doing the same thing. I know.
Yeah.
That's one situation where I would. Okay. Oh, I'm grinding Tony's gears already. He's giving free rants. Anyways, yeah, that's the one. Like at that situation, I think it's like fine to cheer stuff like that. But like if you're actually at a movie you're like cheering certain
Yeah.
things. I just want to fucking lose. I lose my mind. I was like, why? No one's here from the movie to actually be like, oh, they appreciated it.
That's like when people clap after the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like that, or like I remember when I saw Harry Potter, the last Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows. I was just like, someone like started cheering. And I was just like a few. I was like, what are you cheering about?
Hey,
I cheered in here.
I cheered at the last Harry Potter. What do you do? I also cried at the last Harry Potter. So what the fuck you care?
I may have cried too. I don't remember. I'm even like, it's got some in my eye. I'm just really excited.
Right. So Infinity Wars comes out, I believe, May 4th of 2018.
I can't wait for that movie.
Yeah. But before that,
you guys see the posters though, right?
Oh yeah, posters.
The posters look real good. I like that people. We'll get into DC in a little bit, but I like how people have been taking the DC poster and like making it into a Marvel poster, and then the Marvel poster and like putting DC characters in it.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Maybe check that out.
Yeah, in the shower.
The better one was somebody took that picture and put the Marvel characters around it, and it looked pretty good. I thought it looked pretty good. But before that, we have 2 more Marvel movies coming out. We have Thor Ragnarok, which had a new trailer with a talking Hulk, comes out in November. The Hulk looks so much different. Like somebody put a side by side of like Avengers 1 and Thor. And they're like, damn, Hulk got his eyebrows done. I was like, that's
you got him credit, yeah.
And he got a haircut like Thor too.
Right. Which I thought was pretty cool. What do you guys think about the talking Hulk?
I think it's about time.
I know.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. He never really has to talk much, but I think it's pretty awesome.
Justin,
I thought it was like it kind of like it almost kind of like showed his growth almost. Like at first he was a crazy, now it kind of seems like he's a little more in control of the Hulk a little bit. Like he's a little more doesn't look so disheveled and just like crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I guess we'll see if that's actually true.
I mean, they're literally sitting down having a conversation.
Right.
So that obviously that he can control it a little better.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't even know if it's really Bruce controlling it or if it's just Hulk
calming down,
okay, I don't want to spoil anything because I read something, but so basically it's like I have a feeling that it's just a time thing. It's a time thing. It's like he's been Hulk for so long,
yeah,
that he doesn't. It's not about rage anymore. It's just about being Hulk.
Gotcha. I don't know. I'm excited. It looks very Guardians of the Galaxy 1-ish with the retro and just the music and the action. It also will be the shortest Marvel movie they've had.
Really?
Yeah. It's only got a runtime of 100 minutes. So an hour and 40 minutes, including 12 to 15 minutes of not previews, but credits and then after credit scenes. So it'll be really short, but I feel like it won't be disappointing like the first 2 Thor movies.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't think the first one was that disappointing.
No, the second one definitely was, but the first one not so much.
Yeah, that's like that one in Captain America I got to watch.
Yeah, I've never seen Thor.
What?
I've never watched it. I've always turned it on, and it gets to a certain point. I'm like, okay.
You're honestly not missing much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they make I forget what movie it was. I mean, it was Age of Ultron. There was like some kind of thing, and I could tell I was like, I'm missing a part of this, but whatever.
It's not a big deal. But make sure you go see this one.
Yeah, this looks good. This looks like it could be like a sleeper kind of thing where people are gonna. This looks like it'll make a lot of connections to Infinity War.
Yeah,
actually,
this one
because if in the trailer, it does. But
yeah, and they've also Stephen Strange is going to be in it. Doctor Strange, will also be in this one. So, although from the previews, I think he's only going to be in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, I don't know.
Yeah, and then
from what I've heard too is like they're not on Earth very much,
right?
If at all. Like they're like barely there.
Yeah. I'm going to spoil something for Doctor Strange. If you haven't watched Doctor Strange, go watch it. Spoiler alert. Don't listen for the next 3 seconds. At the end of Doctor Strange, in the post credits, Thor's talking to Doctor Strange, right?
Yep.
So that's where I think Thor might actually start. Like Thor Ragnarok might start there. Like it'll start obviously with the telling what is happening of why he's trying to find Odin or whatever's going on, but then he'll be in New York with Doctor Strange, and then he throws the hammer, she catches it, breaks it, and then goes from there. So, but after Thor, you got another Thor thought?
No, are you mentioning another Marvel movie?
Yeah, the one coming out in February of next year.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll talk about it after then.
Okay, so Black Panther is going to come out in February of 2018. So it'll be Thor and then Black Panther and then Infinity Wars are the two movies that we have going on. The previews look really good for Black Panther from what I've seen. I think you guys could all agree on that. But they've come out and said that basically the story for Black Panther is a crossover between Godfather and like 007 movies, which. I mean, what other kind of movie could you ask for? Like those are, you mix those two movies, it's like, what? So, and then they basically, they're referencing the guilt over Civil War for, like the guilt from his father dying, T'Challa, and going over that story. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it kind of makes sense with the whole Godfather and spy or the 007 stuff, because that kind of like Black Panther's like comics are very rooted in like his heritage, his family, and then obviously there's always some spy like elements because he's he kind of works in the dark and the shadows and stuff like that a lot. So it makes sense, and I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. And it's the last film we get before Infinity War, so I'm sure part of it's definitely going to lead into that in some way, shape, and form. I mean, they're not just going to cold go right into it because yeah.
Well, I think Thor actually handles more of that.
Yeah.
I think Thor will probably do more in the main story to lead into Infinity War. And then I'm thinking that Black Panther will have its own, like, be kind of its own standalone. And then post credits will be Infinity War down your throat. And then that's
right. Yeah, because the one thing I had read too is like Infinity War, like if you have watched a trailer, that part is like early in the movie, which you wouldn't think from watching it, but it is. And that there's going to actually be like two fronts of battle almost. So what I'm wondering is if Thor will kind of handle leading into the one with like Guardians of the Galaxy and like the galactic stuff, like
the space battles.
And then, well, Black Panther will kind of lead into the other one because isn't there like an Infinity Stone on Wakanda or something?
That's what everybody thinks.
Yeah, well, that's like
that's the theory is that there's a the last Infinity Stone. Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's gonna be real good.
I can't wait.
Right.
Can't wait.
I can't wait.
What was your theory, Brandon?
Oh, it wasn't a theory or anything. It was just I was just gonna say I'm really liking the kind of like the plan / style that Marvel has been taking lately with like first Spider-Man, now Thor looks very different compared to the other ones, and then Black Panther is just like completely different from anything we've had so far. So I was just saying, like, I like the kind of almost change of direction they're going. Like it's almost like they were sensing a little bit of that superhero fatigue and decided let's try to something else.
Right,
leading up to Avengers and stuff like that.
I feel like to me, as of just from what I've seen, Black Panther to me looks like it could be the type of movie that Winter Soldier was, where it's not a superhero movie. It's more a movie about this king in his country and his dad died and that story, but he's also a superhero. I feel like that's the type of story it'll be. And that's the type of stories that I like. Like, whereas Spider-Man's a high school kid story about a kid in high school who just also happens to be Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah. They've definitely been doing, we've talked about that before, but they've been doing that better job of making superhero movies, but in different genres kind of thing.
Right.
Which is smart.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Doctor Strange was a really good movie too, but that kind of still followed their earlier plans. Like, I mean, a lot of people compared it to Iron Man 1, basically.
Right. There's not much you can do with a guy who does magic, though. You can't really make that a redemption story since it's all about his magic.
Could have made an ER movie.
Right. Every medical show on television.
Dun, dun.
That is definitely not a medical show.
Dr. Strange.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Steamy and McStrangey.
Get out of here. Also at San Diego Comic-Con, we got our first look at Captain Marvel's costume with Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we got to look at her in her costume. And they also know that it will be set in the 90s and the Skrulls will be in the movie.
Skrulix.
So that's
God.
I want to know like Brie Larson's supposed age in the movie, because like I know they have plans to like have her join the team, right?
I think so.
They said not in Infinity War.
Right.
Okay.
That is what they said. She's not in Infinity War. Is what the official from what's his name, the head guy,
Kevin.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah. He basically asked like, isn't she in? No. He's like, no. So at least that's what it sounds like.
So she'll be in whatever the last Avengers movie is.
I think so. I think that's how.
There's still one more Avengers movie, right?
Yeah. There's
Avengers 4,
which is all it's called right now.
So I think that's when everybody will be in.
Right. I'm sure. My guess is it'll be kind of like a Empire Strike Back kind of situation in the first one, where it'll be kind of like a oh shit hit the fan kind of thing. Like that like it's obvious there's another part to it kind of thing. Because then we have Ant-Man and the Wasp between there. We have a few other movies. So I don't know what else is in between Avengers 4 and Infinity War. You'd have to look it up, but
I don't know.
But I would guess Captain Marvel shows up in there. But like I agree though. Like if it's set in the '90s, which is before a ton of shit's happened, it's kind of wondering like, oh, so it's probably an origin story, I'd imagine. But if the Skrull then is like who that could affect other shit. So
yeah,
like
definitely.
Beach goes now. Let me know.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll go in that direction though, but
I sure hope not.
I feel like that would piss off a lot of like regular movie goers.
Right.
I'm sure the comic book fans would be okay with it and everything like that, because it would be like that was a pretty good event comic that a lot of comic readers enjoyed, but on a whole like level, I feel like a lot of just regular moviegoers would probably be pissed by that.
Especially because they don't know the background of that. They're
exactly. There's so much like in-depth story you'd have to tell like for something like that.
Right. Yeah, let's not get into that. Let's not.
Next
week. Actually, I'm going to save this last note about Marvel Legacy for next week since it's more of a comic thing. Anything else from Marvel? I mean, you mentioned Ant-Man and Wasp. We got our first look at Evangeline Lilly in the Wasp costume.
And Michelle Pfeiffer is playing the original one or whatever.
Yeah. Jane Van Dyke.
All I'm going to say about Legacy is Ghost Rider on a motherfucking Mastodon.
Yeah, that looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That was just like, Jesus fuck Christ, I'm in.
Apparently, Spider-Man 2 takes place 4 minutes after Avengers 4.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't
like in timeline wise. It's literally like
like literally like 4 minutes after Avengers 4 ends.
So Avengers 4 is going to end.
It's a lot like Spider-Man Homecoming, where
it was right after Avengers Age of Ultron, or not Age of Ultron.
After that battle.
On
the airport, basically.
Right, Civil War. It was after Civil War.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And it's also the start of Phase 4, whatever that'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of
new phase, like that'll end. And then today this was after I updated the note. Josh Brolin is gonna be back for Avengers 4, so that pretty much guarantees that Thanos won't be gone in the first one.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, now that we're on it, I don't want to. But what do you think about Thanos? And since they kind of like showed a new look with a new costume, and he didn't like have the helmet. Like, what do you think about the way he looked?
I'm fine with it. Just from like what I was reading about why he doesn't need his armor, since he'll have the glove. Like, why does he need armor if he has that?
Yeah,
so
it's a gauntlet, Tony. It's a gauntlet.
Whatever.
Plus, it's probably a lot more practical in terms of like design and money. Like, you're not designing this shiny suit.
Plus, he won't be CG the whole time. Like, he'll be able to be his character, but jumping around, fighting, doing whatever he's doing. So
the only thing I didn't like about it was his face is different. It looks more like Josh Brolin. It was like I was like, wait, why'd they do that? Like, he was already in Guardians 1. We already know what he looks like. He just made him look more like Josh Brolin now. Like, okay.
Yeah,
I
he looks-
find
it's one of those things. Like once I see it, I won't even give a shit. But it's like one of those things I notice. I'm like,
It's Josh Brolin.
right.
This is like his face was more like scrunchy.
You know what the sad thing is though is when Deadpool 2 comes out and you're like, hey, look, it's Thanos. Oh wait, it's Cable.
Cable. Yeah.
Like, come on.
what I do find interesting is like we haven't heard any casting for like the other villains because like we do know that like his Black Order is supposed to be in it, right?
Yeah.
But we haven't heard any casting for that at all yet.
Mhm.
But unless they're not in the first one,
They're not, and they're only in Avengers 4.
yeah, then they've been like either keeping this a very good secret or they're just not there yet. I don't know.
I think that they're probably just keeping it secret.
Maybe that'll
If
be
they-
the credit scene.
Yeah, if they aren't there yet, then they could be possibly spoilery for like the fourth one because it's like it doesn't really need the Black Order if he has the gauntlet. So if maybe there's a reason why he needs them in the fourth one, I don't know.
Yeah, I won't spoil anything from the trailer, but there is a
Don't
little
spoil
something
it.
in there.
Shut your face. We're moving on, so you don't spoil it. To more Tony news. DC news. DC Comics. Justice League hype. Who's hyped for Justice League?
Oh, I'm super.
I'm very hyped.
You very
It
much.
is real good.
I'm a brand.
I watched it like 3 times last night.
Is that what you do in your alone time? We don't want to know.
Goddamn right.
Ooh, Justice League. Ooh.
That's why he's got to get up and take a shower.
Right,
Boy.
right.
I'll stay for the DC.
So the trailer did look pretty good. Who do you guys think Alfred's talking to at the end of the
Superman.
trailer?
It's got to be Superman.
It's gotta be Superman.
I think it's Green
Gotta
Lantern.
be.
Green Lantern.
No,
was-
'cause
They-
so there's a
Alfred-
specific mention.
I mean, they mentioned
of-
lanterns in the trailer.
yeah, there's
They
like
do, yeah.
he says no
Lanterns here.
no lanterns here, so it can't be him.
For a second, I was like, is that Kilowog talking? But no, wait, that's Steppenwolf.
I just if you look in his Alfred's glasses when he looks up, there's like a green light. That's the only reason why I thought.
It's
The obvious choice is
It's like a
Superman,
blue.
but I feel like
Well, see, the thing is, it's actually Mexican Superman, and his outfit is red, white, and green. So,
God damn it.
power sombrero away.
Like the only reason why I don't, I mean, even if it looks
So-
like it, I like because it's like, what does Alfred say? He's like, he said you would come back or something like that.
No, we've been
Well,
waiting.
they said
You
you'd
said
come.
you'd show up or something.
So like I think it says they said you'd come.
Was it
Yeah.
they or he?
I think he said he or Bruce. Something
I'm pretty sure he said they.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. Either way, I'm pretty sure it is Superman, but I would really like it to be somebody else.
Yeah, because it's like if he's saying he as in Bruce, it's like wow.
Good God, Brandon's dying.
Why would he know? Why would Bruce know about the lanterns?
Gotta drink some water. Damn.
because Batman knows about everybody.
Right, Batman's a detective. He knows about everybody.
And I mean,
He just happened to find out about the others.
True.
because
Right.
he got the information. Goddamn.
Speaking of Superman, so go ahead, Tony.
No, I was gonna say, well, just a little more in the trailer. I like Steppenwolf, how he looks, even though you haven't seen his like face. I mean, he looks very cool. He looks.
I don't
pretty
even know which one Steppenwolf was.
the guy with the big axe.
With the like
Okay,
The big
I have
ass.
to look again.
Like,
Okay, I have to
the
watch it again.
only, like,
Definitely doesn't look like the. He definitely doesn't look like the same guy from the deleted scene though.
yeah, they probably changed that.
True.
So, and then it looks pretty cool. I like how Commissioner Gordon is wearing like an old timey clothes when it's clearly modern
Right.
day. Like he has the trench coat. I'm like, come on now, come on now.
But he's Commissioner Gordon. Who knows?
Oh man,
Yeah, it looked good. Aquaman is going to be pretty funny, I think.
yeah, he's clearly the Thor.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, I really like that one part with Flash where
at the end.
they like all leave.
Yeah, he's like,
And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, they left.
He's like, oh,
that's
yeah, that was pretty good. I think he'll be a good Flash too.
I like how his powers look. Like, it
Yes,
looks- it looks pretty cool.
I do like that, but
The only problem I have, while they are cool, it's like, shouldn't he be shocking the shit out of anybody that's like right next to him?
right?
Okay, just for the Justice League, I looked it up. The exact line he says is, "They said you'd come. Let's hope you're not too late."
It's Superman.
Yeah, that's clearly Superman.
I would assume it's Superman, but it's just.
I mean, who else would have? I mean, they haven't shown him yet, so it has to be.
Right.
Although it's kind of weird. Like, they think he's dead, and they don't know that he's like they don't know he's coming back to life. So
that's the one thing about people are saying is like, but they think he's dead. So like, why would they know he's coming?
What was somebody theorized that Bruce knows that he's alive. Oh, like somewhere throughout the movie, Bruce figures out, he's not dead yet.
I mean, it's entirely possible he finds out, or
right.
It's Nightwing. Don't even worry about it.
Get the fuck out of
It's
here.
the new Batman. There's replacing
they-
Bat Affleck, even though he said he's not going anywhere.
I feel like he can have like knowledge of like, because the mother boxes might be able. I think the mother boxes can like tell you stuff too. And since Cyborg has one, they might be able to tell him. They're like, "Oh, tell me about Kryptonian stuff," or that ship that Luthor was in. Because he's looking. They should have seen when he's looking at a hologram of something or someone with like red and like tattoos. So it could be like,
or it could be like he survived a nuclear bomb, maybe, or not whatever it was.
It was a
nuke.
It was a nuke.
That was okay. He survived a nuclear bomb. He can probably survive that too.
Right. He's got a little hole in his chest. He'd be all right.
Yeah, and you clearly see in BVS that he's starting like with the dirt ride.
I mean, we obviously know that he's supposed to be back, but I mean, that technically no one else sees that.
Yeah.
Steve, question: when you make the Mexican joke, is that because of the?
Yes, because
I thought about that for a second.
Because Henry Cavill is not allowed to shave his mustache for the part in the Mission Impossible movie.
Senor Man.
So yes, Senor Superman.
They'll just put some like our green tape over it and CGI.
That's actually what they're doing apparently from whatever. Yeah, they said that they're gonna have to remove it digitally in post production. It's hilarious.
I don't think it's that big of a deal because how many scenes do they? They probably like doing a few scenes.
Right, where it's close above his face.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the pictures of him and the Superman thing with his mustache?
No.
There's like people have put pictures of him with the mustache on the Superman outfit.
Oh yeah, I have
the
seen
whole entire BVS with him with the mustache.
Yeah.
Someone edited a mustache on him the whole. Watch that now.
Right. I kind of wish they would just leave it. Be like, you look a little different.
Right.
That's the only thing you can do is a mustache.
I'm a new me.
I'm giving mustache rides.
Oh, good God.
Get that kryptonite Gillette.
Yeah. Right.
I'm pretty excited to see though what the movie's gonna be like now, since it seems like Joss Whedon's kind of. I feel like they've been doing a lot more reshoots than they said they were doing.
Yeah, they're still doing
because he has a co-director credit now, not just like
he did because he's done so much. I think they gave him the co-director.
Oh, I thought they didn't give it. They weren't giving it.
Yeah,
to
I thought
him
I read the same thing as Tony. I thought they were like, they're not giving it to him.
Oh, yeah. Really? Unless they. Well, I mean, that was the last thing I read. So unless they like reneged on it,
because I heard they were having issues with the reshoots too, because they can't get everyone in the same spot at one time to do it.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to come out at the end of the year. Like, it's supposed to come out in November.
3 months from now.
3 months from now, they're still doing reshoots. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, the movie's literally in 3 months.
I can't wait.
They probably made Joss Whedon look at it. He was like, "Yeah, we need to fix this shit."
Yeah, we need to do the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
He's like, let's just start over.
He's like, this is okay, but
right. One movie.
I did Avengers. He's like, I did fucking Avengers. Let me do this.
Good guy. One movie that did need reshoots is Wonder Woman, and apparently they're trying to look at getting an Oscar campaign going for Wonder Woman for the first one, and then Wonder Woman 2 is also announced for 2019. Do you shake your head no for the Oscar campaign?
Yeah, if Dark Knight, because Dark Knight didn't get it, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
They got something like sound or cinematography or something. They didn't get like a legit picture.
Wonder Woman was really good and all, but I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like the hype is getting a little too big here.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
No, it's not too big.
I thought it was really good, but I don't think it
I don't think it should win. I don't think it should win like movie of the year or anything like that. I could see Gal Gadot going for like actress, best actress, whatever in a film. I could see that potentially being a part. Best supporting actor, I could see Chris Pine doing that. But and like the other stuff, like you're saying, Dark Knight, like the sound and the visuals and like things like that. But I don't know, it's not. It just doesn't seem like the type of movie that would win Best Movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, go for it. Like, definitely go out and campaign for it. It would be cool if it won, but it probably won't win.
Yeah. It is the highest grossing movie of the summer officially now.
Yeah, but that's because Guardians of the Galaxy 2 didn't come out in the summer.
Yep.
So, just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. Who else from the Justice? So, Flash. They've said that the Flash movie is going to adapt the Flashpoint story.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said that's how they're going to get rid of Ben Affleck.
bring in what's his name? Christian Morgan.
Yeah.
Or is it just?
Oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually like really interested like how they're gonna do that because I've read that, but
kind of like Thomas Wayne version of Batman.
Yep. And then Martha Wayne's Joker.
Right. Okay. So that's the point I wanted to bring up, just because like I thought it'd be pretty cool to see Lauren Conrad as a Joker.
Lauren
Cohen. Sorry.
I was saying Lauren Conrad. You talking about the OC? Yes. Yes, it is.
Wait a minute.
Flash Bragg on TV right
now. Right. Last thing on that. So Ben Affleck, basically people are saying he's going to leave the role of Batman. Then they were saying he's not going to leave the role of Batman. The Batman movie got a final title called The Batman, but we don't even know if it's going to be Ben Affleck. It's a lot of drama with Batman.
I think it's over now. I think
it is.
Didn't Ben himself say he was staying?
Yeah.
But then again, he probably kind of has to
or something.
Yeah. How do you say, "Oh, I don't want to be Batman anymore"? Who said?
Hey, we got the New Day in here.
Even Matt Damon can't say that. Fuck.
Damn, Tony.
I don't know. I'm just thinking Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I was like, Matt Damon can't even say that. I'm a Batman.
Yeah. I hope he stays. I feel like I think as far as Bruce Wayne, he plays the best Bruce Wayne for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why he's stealing my thunder? Damn. # same person.
I think he plays a pretty good Batman.
I think that's because you've said that to me before, and I'm like, you know what? I agree.
Yeah, as Bruce Wayne, I think he's the best Bruce Wayne. I think still Christian Bale is the best Batman. But.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't know, like,
nailed it.
Because, like, for the most part, he's really Batman the whole time. If you think about it, he's just sometimes. Yeah, because he's never really. I mean, aside from like the flashbacks and like a few moments where he's in his office building, he's mostly doing Batman stuff. Just not in his.
True.
I don't know. I just like when he's at the party, like talking to, Superman and Lex Luthor. I just feel like that kind of attitude and like just his body language and stuff just seems, I don't know, better than.
Yeah.
I like his Batman. I mean, I like it because he's being a very specific Batman. Like he's being like the Dark Knight Returns Batman, which is like a very rough and grizzled kind of.
Right.
Batman. So, that's why I like it a lot.
Yeah. Mainly above everything, I just don't want them to have to get another new Batman and somehow explain why or
like
how.
That ruins your cinematic universe.
Right. That's that. And the thing is, I'd say Batman's probably the most popular character in their cinematic universe. So it'd be kind of a fuck up if they had to replace them or move it. Like they really need to do whatever they got to do to make that right for them.
Yeah. I think the only thing Flashpoint would do is maybe make him younger. Ben Affleck could be slightly like the character of Batman could be a little bit young.
He doesn't have the gray in his hair anymore.
Yeah. They might just cut 10 years off. They might cut 10 years off.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the first things I heard with Flash. When I saw Flashpoint, I was like, they could use that to do some fucking fuckery.
Right,
on that one.
Yeah, they could fuck everything up.
New 52 DCU.
At the end of the movie, she would get up. At the end of the movie, I just get up. Shit. Well, we know how Tony would go on that.
Right. We know what Tony's rant of that week would be.
Damn.
Oh, God.
Speaking of rants, Tony, time for you to rant.
Okay, I got the main rant, and then I got a slight teeny rant that just popped in my head today. So my first rant is about those fucking chip cards now. So the first part, this is on me. This first part is on me. My chips start working on my bank card, and I've just been lazy. I've been too lazy to actually just go to the bank and get a new one, and it's kind of pissing me off that like I know that you're supposed to use it now. It's just required to use, but why don't they let you use the swipe? There's some places that still let you do that if it fails a few times, but a majority of places don't let you swipe still. So if the chip doesn't work, you can't swipe at all. And I just think that's so stupid. It's the swipe is the strip. The strip is still there.
It's there. It's there.
I think Target does like if it messes up 3 times, you can swipe. I'm like, you know what? It just don't work the first time. Let me just swipe. Fuck.
Well,
I'm looking like an asshole. I look like an asshole. They're like, oh, this motherfucker ain't got no money. I got money. I got money. These goddamn American chips don't work. And on that note, Apple Pay is great too, just so you know. And then that's all I got for that one.
Okay, I thought your Apple Pay was like that was your mini rant. Was like Apple Pay is great.
Apple Pay is great because I do use it a lot more now since like my card is like, messing up.
Yeah.
But my other thing, so I've been getting those Parmesan bread bites quite a bit lately. Now, I actually got some today.
Josh did that to you.
Yes, he did. Now, I got a bone to pick with the Domino's in Chesapeake Beach.
Oh shit!
Call him out.
Damn.
So there's been times I've gone, and I don't know if it's the person working in the morning or if it's just that the machine
in like the morning.
Oven, you know, when they open up at like 11, 12 o'clock.
He's just sitting up there. Yeah, you guys got more than Parmesan bread bites.
Hey,
I'm leaving, man.
All right, so
there's been time I waited from like let's say like 11 to 1 in that time period. I don't know if the oven's not hot enough. I've gone there around that time period, and like you know how like this supposed to look like puffy.
Yeah.
Like they're like flat. It's like they put them in there and they cooked it, but like it didn't rise. So it looks like it's basically undone. It's done, but it looks like somebody just smushed the dough. But if I go like today, if I go past 4 o'clock, it looks nice and brown, has the brown top. It's nice and fluffy. So I don't know what somebody's doing in the morning.
Maybe they're still frozen.
I don't give. You open at 11. So them bread bites supposed to be puffed up at 11. I'm done.
Can I say something on that note?
Yep.
So we have like a little tiny yard, right? No, it needs a weed whacker, but we haven't gotten one yet. So I was like, maybe we can just get that guy we know to do it for $10. And Tony's like, I don't know. That's 2 orders of Parmesan bread bites right there.
That's when you know you're addicted, Tony. When you start talking about currency and Parmesan bread bites. You know you're addicted.
But do I have a point? See, if you didn't pay the guy to do it, I could have got the bread bites today.
Hey, on a serious note, though, I need to ask that. Can you tell me who that guy is so I give him $20? $20 from my grass.
Well, it might be a lot more for your yard, just because I mean ours is like the size of my room. True. Maybe smaller.
Speaking of which, Steve, you got a weed whacker?
Actually, yeah. If you want to come from bar to weed whacker, you can come from weed whacker.
We'll give you $10.
All right. Just buy me 2 Parmesan. Hey, just buy me 2 Parmesan bread bites.
God.
He's gonna buy. The world works like that. You just traded Parmesan bread bites. It'd be a whole better world.
I just buy 1 box and just like put them in. Like I keep another box, just like mix them together. Oh yeah, there's 2 boxes.
It's like that commercial for that gum, whatever the commercial was, where they're like the babysitter and they're like, "Can we pay you in gum?" But Tony's like, can I pay you? Yeah, it might be. So he's like, "Can I pay you in bread bites?"
No one ever asks me. No one ever pays me in bread.
Right? Nobody pays me in bread bites. Good God.
Damn, maybe I should pay Josh to cut our grass. Ooh.
Josh to cut grass? Nah.
It's just a little weed whack. You just got weed whack. And he gets some Parmesan bread bites.
Oh, he might actually do it for that. Josh does a lot for food. Josh, if you're listening, you fat ass.
So you're going to pay him and give him bread bites?
No, I'm going to pay him with the bread bites.
Oh, okay.
That's 530 right there. You know it's bad. You know it's bad when you know the exact amount.
God damn.
That is very bad.
I gotta be honest. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Now I really want Parmesan bread bites.
Oh.
I haven't had them like since we've been home.
Hey, baby, you guys should go to the grocery store.
Yeah, true.
Oh, true.
Just a note on the first thing you said, the card. What I really hate is like some places aren't like they don't have the chip, and it's like some do. So you look like an idiot when you're like, oh, swipe, and like, oh, we're chipped, and you're like, well, fuck you. Like,
Why you ain't say that?
Make up your goddamn mind with this shit. Like you either are all chipped or you're all not chipped. Make your mind up.
Oh, here's another thing about that. You know, I hate when you look at the terminal. Okay, like I get that because I'm pretty sure at this point, everybody's card should have a chip on it now, right?
Yes,
yeah.
The law is that everybody has to use the chip.
So why does the machine still say swipe or insert card? If I can't swipe it, why the fuck you got to think the same thing to say swipe?
Do you want to know the business reason why that's like that?
Well, for the chip, I know why you need the chip.
No. The business reason why it has still both the swipe and the chip.
Why does it have it?
Is because when people replace machines like that, people didn't want to. They knew the chip was coming, but the swipe was still the thing, so they didn't want to have to buy a new console, and then have to buy a complete other one that's just chip. So,
that's why. Okay, that's why it has both.
Right. So that's why people have both. That's why companies have both. Is because instead of paying $600 for this machine that has both swipe and chip, and then you're like, oh shit, I got to buy just the chip for another $600. Like you think about a company like Target who has 15 of them per store, and then just kind of goes through. So that's the business reason. But I agree with you. They should either have a sign like Roland's local grocery store had a sign that was like, "We do not chip yet." And then now they do now, but I'm saying before they had a sign and they like blocked it. They were like, "Chip does not work." Now,
that's what it is for most Wawas. Is they block it,
right?
And they wipe only.
Yeah. But did you know that Roland's has Apple Pay?
Well, I think a lot of places, as long as it has the NFC there, it'll work. Some places, I know Walmart. I think Walmart and
Walmart,
they block it. But I know like there's some places that if it has the terminal there, it'll still work in a sense.
Right.
Like some people, they don't support it technically, but as long as that thing is there, it'll go through.
Because what happened was, I think it was Walmart. And I don't know if I think Best Buy failed on it, but like there's a few companies that were going to make their own Apple Pay and make you use their Apple Pay to do it, so that they could get the chart, like kind of the stuff or whatever. And Walmart's like sticking with it, and no one else is. So.
Well, Walmart has their app. Like I think if you go online,
your information,
right,
because they have that grocery pickup now and all this other fucking.
It's real dumb.
McDonald's has fucking mobile ordering now, and it was fucking terrible because Mark's an idiot.
God damn,
Mark orders two things that he knew they didn't have. Like it was on the app, so he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna order it and see if they give it to me." They didn't have it. The guy had to come out. Like we're in the mobile, they had like a specific spot for mobile orders. So we parked in there. It was the first time we were ever using it, and he comes out. Yeah, we don't have those, so you need to pick like two things that are the exact same amount of money.
So why didn't they wait? So why is it on the app then if they didn't have it?
Exactly, that's what Mark said, but.
I mean.
But he knew they didn't have it. It's not an actual mention.
What the fuck is that?
I mean, what?
What was that?
Okay, what was that?
What happened? I didn't see anything.
Tony, was that you? Was that you making a sound? Was it a car that drove by? I don't know.
I mean, that was like
someone was vacuuming.
Yeah, that did.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Unless
was that
the
you,
air
Tony?
conditioner came on. No.
Oh, the air conditioner might have came on. Maybe.
Unless it came on, I didn't notice it.
Oh. Either way.
Either
way, everything should have Apple Pay.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Apple Pay is my Apple Bay.
That's why I love. That's why I love my Apple Watch. That's the only thing I use it for.
Do you have to use your fingerprint for the watch? Like, how does that work?
No, you just basically double click the bottom button and it brings up your card and you just go boop boop done.
Oh, that doesn't seem secure. What if you accidentally do it?
I think it does.
Well, you can't use my watch unless it's the passcode to get into it. Because once you pick it off, you have to put the code in every time you put it back on your wrist or anything. No, but
what I'm saying is, okay.
I guess you could just like kill me, shoot me in the head, then drag me by my wrist to the terminal and pay.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like, what if you're standing in line and you have your phone, your Apple Watch on? Does the Apple Pay automatically come on?
No, I have to double tap a button.
Okay.
And then it queues it up and gives me my list of cards, and then
okay, because I know it's like in Subway, my Apple Pay will automatically come up when it's closed to pay, but in Rollins it doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
So how do you get it? You have to make it come up yourself?
Yeah, you just double tap in the lock screen. You double tap the home button.
It should just come up by itself. It should just come up by itself. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it should. It should. It should. Either way. All right, let's wrap this up with some reviews. Tony, Overcooked, your mixtape.
Comes out this Friday. Get it. Make sure you got some fire. Make sure you got fire extinguishers in your house, cause yeah, it might burn down. But no. But I bought this game called Overcooked. It's on my Switch. I think it's available on. I know it's on PS4. I think it's on Xbox.
It's on Xbox. I almost bought it like a few times, but I just never pulled the trigger.
You definitely should buy it. It's a fantastic game. It's a fun like multiplayer game.
What do you do? That's the one thing I can't tell. What are you actually doing?
So basically, you're
cooking.
You're chefs. Yeah, you're chefs in a restaurant or like in a kitchen, and you have like your list of stuff you have to make. So it could be like soup, tacos, pizza, and basically you have to cut up like the ingredients. And like if it's meat, you have to cut the meat up and cook the meat, and then you have to assemble everything and send it out. Okay. So that seems like.
Is there a mobile game like that? Because I feel like Aaron played a game like that for a while.
I think like Cooking Dash cooking something.
Maybe that's what it was.
It's a game like that. Yeah, it's kind of like that. But yeah, it's a pretty cool multiplayer game. It sounds very simple and easy. It is simple, but like it's very because there's like oh the ground lifts up, or like this counter moves away, or like half of the kitchen's in a truck and the other half's in another truck, and the trucks move from each other, so you have to like go back and forth. Yeah. But it's really fun.
It's like one of those games though, just like IDARB or like Rocket League. Like it's just like it's simple, but there's still like a complexity to it.
Right.
Like anyone can kind of pick it up and grasp it pretty quickly, and then
right.
It's fun. So I played IDARB on the trip too.
Yep.
So out of 10, Tony.
I would give it a 9. I would give it a 9. It was really fun, and like I tried to play it today by myself. And it's still fun, but it's not as fun if there's more than 2 people there. So so I gotta bring it over so you and Aaron can play. So you guys will probably argue.
That'd be all right. That'd be all right. Brandon, your review.
So when this was originally scheduled, I was gonna review Spider-Man, and that was just the day after or 2 days after it came out.
There was the day after.
Yeah, it was like literally that.
But no, it was a really good movie. It's definitely like I want to say like when I first saw Amazing Spider-Man 2 and stuff like that, like I really liked them at first. But like, upon, thought process and kind of rewatching it like definitely didn't have its staying power. But this one is definitely by far probably my favorite Spider-Man movie. I think I mean I just love the interactions between all the characters, the humor, spoilers, but there's one scene where he's struggling towards the end that it's an iconic scene from the comics that I just like. That's probably my favorite part of the movie. But overall it's a really good movie, and I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen it more than once yet. I need to get back out.
I'm actually, today I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, what today was yesterday, because Aaron's sister and mom were going to come over and they were going to do some stuff. So I was like, what can I do, by myself, because they're going to be at the base. And I was like, maybe I'll go see Spider-Man. And then
Damn, maybe I'll just steal Spider-Man.
So I assume 10 out of 10 for you, Brandon?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, I really liked it. Tony, have you seen it yet? You saw it with us? Did you see it with us?
Yeah,
you saw it with us. Yeah,
I don't remember who it. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because I had to go home.
Oh, that's right.
But she saw it before.
Did you see it? Yeah, I was saying, did you see it that day?
Yeah, we saw it. I forgot about that. Yeah, we literally drove through the night and then literally went straight and saw Spider-Man.
I have
to seize it. Well, I literally I was like, hey, do you want to? You haven't seen Phoenix in a while, Mom and Dad. Do you want to watch him? And they're like, sure. And I'm like, suckers.
Sucker.
I think I took like a 20-minute nap, and I was like, I'm good for now. I'll make it to the movie. Yeah.
So I will be reviewing. So Kesha finally got all of her legal battles done.
Did she?
She got the battles done to where she can make music again.
Yeah.
She can have music produced again.
Okay.
So her new song that just came out, "Praying," is completely different from everything she's ever done.
Yeah.
But I think it's still pretty good, and it's basically all about her struggles that she's had with all the legal battles and stuff like that. And I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It was pretty good. There's definitely she hits a high note at the end that I thought was like auto-tuned, but apparently it's not. I don't know if you guys have actually.
No, I listened to it too, and I was actually gonna mention that. I was like, I didn't know she could hit those notes.
Right.
Like when I was listening to it.
I don't know, Tony and Justin, have you guys heard the song yet?
No.
I heard part of it, and then I saw on Friday another new song came out. I hadn't listened to that either yet.
Yeah, just quickly take a second to listen to the song. It's pretty good, but then at the end you'll hear that note she hits, and you're like, what? Like that shouldn't come out of a human. Like that's not...
It's weird because it's like I don't know if it's because it's a slow song, but it's like it doesn't even really sound like her either.
Right. It's because it's not auto-tuned at all, and there's not like a catchy beat. She's not
like TikTok on the clock.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you watch the video is really weird. Damn, you just gonna listen to it now?
He's just gonna listen to it mid.
I mean, I can still hear you guys.
I know,
Well, we can hear it.
I know we can hear it.
Wait, could you actually hear it?
Yeah, just positively. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, 8 out of 10 for that. It was really good. I'm excited to see if she comes out with an album. I don't know if it's an actual album, but
Wait,
I like I like Kesha's music.
Yep.
Oh no, she doesn't. Sorry, I was like, she does have an album, but it's not all the. You can't see all the songs aren't available yet. It's like 4 songs.
Yeah. So, all right, Justin, do we have finally a negative review?
Yes. Well, we have 2 reviews. One's going to be fine. One's going to be super quick. M&M's Caramel Edition, the caramel M&M's. I'm going to give them a 5 out of 10. They're not bad or good. They taste like M&M's, just they're chewy. I don't know.
I think. Sorry, just go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, but I think that we had some on our trip.
Yeah.
I think your mom.
I didn't even try one at all. Like we had some, but
I thought they pretty. They tasted.
We passed them every time at Roland's, and I just think no, it's not going to taste good.
right.
It doesn't taste like to me. It tasted basically the same. It was just
was a little chewy,
a little bit bigger. So that's like there was nothing. Like I'm saying, I'm giving it a 5 because it doesn't blow me away, and it's not terrible. It's like fine. If you like M&Ms, you'll probably like caramel, or if you're fancy, caramel M&Ms. Sorry,
Don't mean to interrupt, but did you guys see? Since we're talking about candy, did you see Hershey's new like candy or whatever? It's basically a Hershey's but with like caramel and cookie in it. And I was like, isn't that a Twix?
They had like another one with like mint something in it.
Oh.
I was like, it's basically a Twix though.
Yeah. All right, what's the other review, Justin?
The other review is Foster the People's new album, Sacred Hearts Club. Yeah, Sacred Hearts Club. I will say, I know in the past, Brandon's given some of his reviews where like he's talking about how like a lot of albums sometimes they'll start like really good and then at the end they kind of just like peter off. This is exactly what happened here. I'm gonna give it a 6 because the songs that are good are like really good. I feel like it's some of their best. But the like whole like second half, it's like they decided to get like super experimental, like really experimental, and they're just like the first half is like catchy, kind of poppy, like I don't know, alternative pop kind of songs, and then like the second half, it's just like really kind of like weird, and I'm just like, okay, like I'm not about this, so I'm gonna give it a 6. No, I'll give it a 6.5 because actually the other songs are really good. Then like the last song is good, but like it's like the first, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, first 4.5 songs I'll say are good, and then like
4.5 songs.
Like the fifth one is when it starts to kind of turn. It's still good. Like it's still okay. This isn't bad. I could listen to this. But then like after that, it's like so.
It's kind of how I reviewed the Halsey CD.
See, now that's the same thing. I've been like getting crazy about that album. I listen to it all the time. Right. But it's like the first half of the album.
Yeah, exactly. The first half.
There's one song towards the end, and that's it.
Like, and then there's that weird
that fucking
interlude.
weird interlude thing.
It's annoying as shit, isn't it?
I'm just gonna turn. Can I like delete this from the album so Spotify doesn't even have this?
Just create your own playlist of the album and then just delete the.
Basically that's what I do. I just click Halsey under our artist under my library or whatever, and just shuffle that because I'm like, there I don't have to listen to all the other shit. Also, that Poison song by that other, fuck, I forgot their name. Is that Black Alley Cat?
Oh yeah.
That song too. I always listen to a lot too. Look at Brandon go. Just
look at him.
Just look what he's doing.
Musical inspirations. So that is going to do it for this episode. Any last thoughts from you guys?
Brandon should do a music suggestion of the week, just like you have Mindfuck of the week.
Actually, that'd be pretty good.
Okay. I mean, I don't have one. I don't have one right now.
No, that's fine.
We'll do it next week.
We're talking future.
We'll
put you in the spot. So Tony could do. He's shaking his head. Tony could have the "You Ain't Shit" of the week, and it'd be chip cards, and people look forward to 1 o'clock.
How much time we got?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's good.
I'll be going in my sleep still.
Brandon would be like, you'll just hear him in there, fucking chips, fucking Parmesan bread, motherfucker.
Christmas has Santa Claus.
It's over. Just let it go.
Right.
Thomas doing shit.
I'm gonna say Christmas has Santa Claus. You ain't shit has Tony. I'm just in my house writing a list of who ain't shit or who shit today.
Good God.
You ain't shit else.
Is that it? Is that your last thoughts?
Yes.
Just preview for next week. Comic books. We'll talk about. If I'm still alive by next week, we'll talk about how I'm spending way too much money on comic books, and my wife's gonna murder me soon. So there you go.
Yeah. So next week we'll talk about comic books. We might look to do some, like we had mentioned before, some Mida multicast for Destiny, since the Destiny 2 beta just was over last week. And that
I was gonna review that. I was like, I'll just say that for Mida.
Yeah, I would have saved it for Mida. We definitely have some sports ones coming up because football starts like next week. I mean, training camp's already going on. And then Game of Thrones, I'm going to go watch that now. And then, other than that, so sad note, Chester Bennington passed away, that was very R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
Very so sad. Like,
that was definitely a shocker that day. It was like, like the whole rest of the day, I was just like, really? Like, holy shit.
Like when Chris Cornell passed away, or commit suicide, whatever. I actually have a thought about that, saying that, but we'll get off to that next time. But like when Chris Cornell died, it was kind of like, that's very sad. I like some of his music, but like Chester kind of was a staple. Yeah,
for like our generation,
right? Exactly.
Like the first big name from our like generation, kind of.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many how many people who were teenagers, obviously when Linkin Park came out, like. I feel like every teenager listened to Linkin Park. Like, it didn't matter what music you listened to. I feel like Linkin Park was somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It was somewhere. So, a very sad note for him. Also, did you guys see that the dad from Home Alone died?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I told my mom about that while we were gone, actually.
Yeah.
But
side note about Home Alone: did you notice that why Kevin gets left home alone? If you look in the garbage, his ticket's in the garbage.
Right. Did you
I
guys
saw
know
that
that?
somewhere. It's like you don't never notice that when you watch it. And also, I was like, they showed me. I was like, what?
When the soda spills over all over the pizza and everything, they use the paper towels to wipe it up and then throw everything in the trash. But when they throw everything in the trash, his ticket's in it.
Yeah, because they show the garbage can, and if you look in the corner, there's an American Airlines logo, and then it says Kevin.
Yeah.
So that's why they're not like. Why
they don't.
Yeah.
And then obviously, then the one other guy fucks up the count, but. So there's like a bunch of shit goes wrong is why he gets left at home alone.
Yeah. But they still remember where the fuck the kid is.
Yeah. So wait, what if he actually gone and they didn't have his ticket? Then would like, God damn it, Kevin.
I want to do a remake.
Just stay here.
No, I want to do a remake of that where he goes.
Well, maybe that'll happen in Flashpoint. Is Kevin will actually go to Paris.
That's when his family's home alone.
Oh,
he goes alone.
Left alone.
Kevin's day out.
Kevin's day out. Where did they even go? They went to Florida or something?
Yeah. When is snow?
They went to Paris.
Paris. That's right. Paris, and then.
Wait, and they went to the second one?
They go to Florida or something.
What was that, Tony?
I thought they went to Paris. Was the second
New York
one?
is the second one.
No,
New York's
family.
Family. I completely forgot what happened in the second one. Like, why is he in there?
Because they get lost in the airport. Like in the airport, he gets mixed up with his dad.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he gets on the wrong flight.
Those are damn good movies.
Right? Maybe we'll get back to that. All right, let's wrap it up. So
when losing kids were funny, when losing children were funny.
I've got lost in the mall. It's not funny.
I did too. Friday.
Hashtag same.
Like, honey.
Wait, did you say on Friday?
No, I was just joking.
No.
All right. Follow us on Facebook, Same Person Radio. You can look us up on Twitter at Same Person Radio. At Galvin93 is myself. At Leviathan426. At Tony Brown. Brandon doesn't tweet. At Omega. What is it? Omega Station _ on Instagram for Tony. He'd be gramming it up. Hopefully we'll get our social media stuff back up with our podcast back up. Maybe Justin can tweet some stuff out, or
stick pics or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant like okay, actually.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Maybe you should give me the social media reins.
All right, let's do it. Honestly,
actually, I'm okay with this because
he's like, I ain't trying to do this.
Work has been a little nuts lately.
Right. So, all right. Well, that's it. Good to be back. Podcast.
See you guys in 2 years. see you after Infinity War.
See you for the Infinity War review.
See you for Infinity War 4 is really what it's going to be.
Right.
See you when I just read 2 trailers.
Right. Jeez Louise. All right, let's do it. Get out of here. Bye.
Yeah.